Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man wala wa ba'd. Then we are in Surah al-Fajr and we have reached the seventh night of Ramadan. Therefore, it's the seventh ayat that we're covering. And although this ayat consists of 3 words, it's very short. The tafsir is very interesting, inshallah ta'ala. The angles that you can come from, I found them, inshallah, you will as well. You'll find them very interesting. Bismillah. So previously, Allah Azza wa Jal said in the ayat before this, ayat number 6, Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi'ad. Have you not seen or did you not learn how Allah or how your Lord dealt with Ad, the people of Ad? Did you not know that? Did you not see that? We discussed that yesterday. And here we have Irama Dhat al-Imad. Just 3 short words. Irama Dhat al-Imad. And in order to understand these words, we have to go to the tafsir section side by side. We can't just discuss the meanings of the words without going through the tafsir somewhat here. Iram has 3 possible meanings that I've come across. 3 possible meanings. Iram could be the father of Ad. The father of Ad. Iram. So Ad ibn Iram. Ad ibn Aus Asif, the grandfather of Ad. Ad ibn Aus ibn Iram. Iram is number 1, a foreign word, and so it is mamnu min as-sarf. So it's like saying Bi'ad ibn Iram, right? So the ibn is like included here, or mahdhuf, dropped. Also, Iram, some of them say, means the qabila, which is the qabila of Ad that Allah Azza wa Jal is referring to, the tribe, the qabila, Iram. And therefore, if that's the case, entering into the grammar a little bit, right, it is a badal for Ad, right? It is a badal for Ad. Or it is, and we'll go through that inshallah. So Iram can be the grandfather of Ad, or it could be the qabila, the tribe amongst the people of Ad that we're speaking about, that Allah Azza wa Jal dealt with them. And another thing, it could be the name of the city. The name of the city of the people of Ad. Iram, right? Could be the name of the city. Either way it goes, if it's the father, then it's a foreign name and it's mamnu min as-sarf. So it's majroor here, and we're going to go through all of this. It's majroor, but it's majroor with a fatha because it's mamnu min as-sarf. It's a foreign name. If it's a qabila, as we can hear, qabilatun has a ta marbut at the end, it's feminine. Therefore, it's mamnu min as-sarf because it's the name of a place. And if it's the name of the name of a tribe, and if it's the name of the city, likewise, it's feminine, mamnu min as-sarf because it's the name of a place, and the name of the place is mamnu min as-sarf. So Iram is either the grandfather, the tribe, or the name of the city. طيب. Now, Dhat al-Imad. That is the feminine of Dhu, right? Dhu, like Dhul Jalali wal Ikram. It's the feminine of it. So we're referring to the Medina or the Qabila, or it could be because Iram is a foreign name, so therefore we're treating it feminine. That means possessor of or companion of al-Imad. Imad from Ain Mim Dal comes from a word meaning support and propping up and strength, right? Some of the words that might come from it, like the word umud, pillars, right? Umud, pillars, or imad, something propping up, a pillar, a column. طيب. So now we have Iram has three possibilities of who it is, and that al-Imad therefore has three possibilities in its meanings. So let's go through these. If it's the grandfather of Ad, we're not in the grammar yet, but we're talking about the meanings and the tafsir at the same time. If Iram is the father, then Imad here means tall. That a tool. That a tool. The one of being tall. Or it could mean that al-quwa wa shidda, the one who is strong and fierce, basically. Because he's tall, he's strong. Iram that al-Imad, meaning, if referring back to the grandfather, this is how they were, as we'll see with the other meanings as well. Iram that al-Imad, the one who was tall. Because the people of Ad, as we learned previously in tafsir of our studies, that he's tall. The people of Ad were very tall. Right? And Iram, that al-Imad, if it referred to the grandfather, refers to him being tall as well as his strength, because they used to carve out into the mountains. Right? So his strength. طيب. If Iram refers to the Qabila, then Imad could be referring to their strength, but it could also be referring to their tent poles and to their caravans, because they were so tall, and because they had such long tents and long poles, because they had to be tall, then their caravans would be long, and as well as their tent poles would be long because they were tall. So they had to have these tall pillars, these tall columns propping up their tents, and as well as their houses. The pillars holding up their houses were tall. And if it was the Medina, if Iram refers to the Medina, to the city, then that al-Imad is referring to the fact that they built their city high up on top of big rocks. So their city was built up high because they were tall. They could get up there easily. Right? And because being up high has a vantage point, right, from enemies attacking and so on. So that al-Imad can be referring to the huge stones that they would build their houses upon, or carve their houses up high into the mountains and so on. So Iram, the grandfather, the one who is tall or strong. Iram, the Qabila, the tribe, the one that was strong, or the one that had these tall tent posts that when they would move from place to place, they would have to carry them with them because they were so tall. They had these tall pillars and tent posts that they carried with them. Or Iram, that al-Imad, the Medina, meaning it was raised up high, as well as that al-Imad, if it was the Qabila, also refers to their houses, not just their tent posts, but their houses being so tall. This is the meaning of Irama, that al-Imad, and that includes our tafsir as well, which is interesting. Well, let's go quickly through the grammar of this ayah, inshallah ta'ala, according to all its different possibilities, or at least some of them, not all of them, and then we'll conclude for today, inshallah. So if it is the ism of the Qabila, of the tribe, then it could be a badal. Iram could be a badal for ad. Majroor, like ad is. Right? Muniyat min as-sarf li al-alamiyya wa ta'nith. Prevented from the sarf, so it's majroor with a fatha because it is a name and because it is feminine. Right? So it could be a badal for ad. Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi iram, like this. Or it could be atfu bayan min ad. So it's like something that is clarifying what we're talking about with ad. If it's the qabila, not just ad, the people, but the whole tribe. Iram, that al imad. And it could be, for example, in a position of being mansub. Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi'ad, a'ni irama. Do you not see how your Lord dealt with the people of Ad? A'ni, Iram, and it becomes mansub, maf'ulun bihi, like this. If it's the Medina, then it's in the place of like being a badal as well, right? Or it could be in idafa, and so therefore it's majroor. Ahl, bi'ad, ahl, iram. Alam tara kayfa fa'al, alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi'ad, ahli iram. Could be like this, the people of Iram, but ahli would be mahdhuf, dropped and implied. And there are different ways. And if it's the grandfather, then it's like bi'ad ibni Iram, right? So it becomes mudaf ilay, and so on. So that's our grammar for this ayah, as well as the tafsir. Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi'ad. Have you not seen how your Lord dealt with Ad, the the grandson of Iram, the one who was tall and strong? Or have you not seen how your Lord dealt with Ad, the tribe that was strong and had tall pillars and tall houses? Or have you not seen how your Lord dealt with Ad, the city which was built up and raised up high? This is the meanings that we have here, inshallah ta'ala. And none of them contradict the other. They all fall in. There's not one that negates the other two being correct. None of them could be by themselves, but rather all of them, inshallah ta'ala, can be correct. Tayyib. With that, we'll conclude with this ayah. And in 6 or 7 minutes, we'll be back with the 7th ayah from Surah Al-Mulk. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك